Yes, so if you're an African, get in here. I have good news for you from the land of 1,000 hills. That is Rwanda. Yes, Rwanda has done something remarkable. So if you were planning or just thinking, racking your head, thinking of where to spend probably your Christmas holiday and all of that, then worry no more because Rwanda has got it sorted for you. It is a good news that I'm really excited to share with you guys because we are seeing the increasing trend of countries doing this, and I honestly think it's the right step in the right direction. Okay, so what is it? Welcome back. I'm Virtue Grace, the African storyteller. I travel across Africa to tell stories. Sometimes I sit down and tell you stories like this. That's if you're coming by for the first time and you're seeing me for the first time. Now, have you subscribed? I guess no, right? Kindly click on that subscribe button. When you do, tap on the bell and select all. That way you will always be the first to know when I bring you good news like this or I do a live stream. And for those of you returning, thank you so much for coming back, my red loves. I love you guys so much. You know that already. It's no brainer. Yeah, so now that you've all sorted out yourselves and we are comfortable, let's talk. Rwanda has made it visa-free entry for all Africans. How cool is that? Right, so I know that oftentimes when we think about traveling, amongst the preparations that we have to do and things you have to, tick off the checklist is visa, this, accommodation, local transportation, feeding, and all of that. But Rwanda has taken the added expense of visa fees and payments of our travel plans to Rwanda. So if you're an African and you want to visit Rwanda, according to the president, His Excellency Paul Kagame, you can enter Rwanda at any time you want, free of charge. You do not have to pay anything in visa fee to enter Rwanda. Take a listen.
An African can get on a plane to Rwanda whenever they wish, and you will not pay a thing to enter our country. We should not lose sight of our own continental market. Africans are the future of global tourism as our middle class continues to grow at a fast pace in the decades to come. We must work closely together with partners like you to continue developing Africa into a premier destination for global travel. I hope you will take some time to visit Rwanda before you depart, and that you will return here often.
It's a very exciting development because more and more countries across Africa have been doing this. I remember a few days ago, I brought you a video about the bilateral agreement between Ghana and South Africa on visa-free entry for citizens of both countries. And, we were all excited about it. Although, as usual, there was some banter here and there between, my compatriots. I'm Nigerian, by the way, and, citizens of Ghana and South Africa. My compatriots felt like it's high time Nigeria also, did a similar thing, a bilateral agreement granting free entry for Nigerians to South Africa and all. So here is a new development coming from Rwanda. I know that even before now, Rwanda was pretty much visa-free for citizens of Commonwealth countries and citizens of the East Africa community, which Rwanda is also a member. And you could go in and out of Rwanda if you were a citizen of any of these, countries of Commonwealth or the East Africa community. I know for sure because when I visited Rwanda, I didn't have to pay anything in visa. I didn't need a visa to enter Rwanda. I got to the border and I was stamped in granted entry. You know, you could stay for as long as 3 months and then exit and go back to your country. And Rwanda is actually a very beautiful country. I mean, I don't even need to say that. It's a fact. We all know Rwanda is known for so many beautiful initiatives that they've taken to make their country a heaven for tourists and even for their citizens. I've been to Rwanda. I know, like we all know, it's Kigali is the cleanest city in Africa. Very clean, organized, law-abiding citizens, very nice and welcoming as well. It's a place that when you go, apart from seeing, you know, the beautiful landscape, terrain and scenery, you are also going to enjoy the people. So all you have to think about now is just to buy your plane ticket, and if you are close to East Africa, you can go by road, okay? So you don't even have to worry your head about a plane ticket, and then of course you have to sort out your accommodation and then your feeding and local transportation. I assure you they are pretty much affordable. When you go there, you'll be able to, like, you know, sort yourself and all. If you want me to share some, you know, tips with you on how to travel more affordably within Africa, the way I've been able to do in the past, then drop a comment. I'm going to make that video. If I get a reasonable number of comments, I'm going to make that video, because that would assure me that people want to see that kind of video, so I'll make it. But if I don't get up to 1,000 comments and views on this video, then I'm not going to make it. So it's up to you, okay? Kindly share the video, share, and, you know, do all of that. Right, so this announcement was made by His Excellency President Kagame at the just concluded World Travel and Tourism Summit that was held in Kigali, Rwanda. And it was concluded yesterday, being the 3rd of November 2023. So it's a convergence of tourism and travels stakeholders across the world, and it was a historic event because that was actually the first time the World Travel and Tourism Summit was held in any African country. So Rwanda keeps being the pioneer of so many beautiful things on the continent, and we really are happy about that. We love that for Rwanda, a country that has demonstrated remarkable spirit of resilience and, you know, tourism and hospitality. Guys, if you've ever contemplated visiting Rwanda, then this is the time for you to visit Rwanda. Trust me, you are going to enjoy your stay in Rwanda. Coming from someone who has gone there and who has stayed there, even though for a short period of time, I'm assuring you that you are going to enjoy your stay there. But I need to also point it out here that we need to be careful, guys, okay? Especially giving antecedents where we know that, okay, something is free. As Africans, sometimes we tend to abuse it. So even as we have free entry into Rwanda now, visa free and all of that, as Africans, we have to behave ourselves. You don't go to people's country and start breaking the laws, start misbehaving, start overstaying your welcome because it's visa free. You feel like you can just go and stay there forever. No, it only says visa free. It doesn't say resident permit. Okay, so we have to get that out of the way. And, you know, when you go there, know that you are only welcome for a certain period of time, after which you're supposed to take yourself out respectfully and honorably back to your country, because you are not a citizen of Rwanda. Don't go there and add a burden to them. Just visit, enjoy as a tourist, stay, and then when your time is up, you leave and go back. If you want to go back again, then you plan and go back again as a tourist another time. Okay? Okay? Yeah, I felt like it's important to add that because we have antecedent as Africans of abusing certain rights and privileges that we are afforded. So let's not abuse this opportunity, okay? Right. So I came across a statement that was put out by Kenya's Travel and Tourism Minister, who was also a participant at the World Travel and Tourism event in Kigali, Rwanda, and this is what he said. I thought it was very interesting, and this is what he said. I'm currently in Kigali, Rwanda, attending the World Trade and Travel Tourism Council Summit. This marks a historic occasion as it's the first time this event is being hosted in an African country. During this summit, we engaged in vital discussions about facilitating seamless travel of tourists within the continent, with a particular focus on improving air and rail transport. It's estimated that the tourism sector will experience a remarkable growth rate of over 5% in the coming year, potentially generating at least 6 million job opportunities for our citizens. To harness this growth, our primary objective is to prepare strategically by intensifying our marketing efforts and diversifying our tourism offerings, especially in the realms of sports and adventure tourism. Excellent. Tourism is such a vital and viable sector of any economy because as Africa, we all agree that our countries are incredibly blessed and beautiful, with beautiful natural sceneries, landscapes, and wonders that, people will travel across the world to come experience and enjoy. But if we do not package them properly and market them to the world, then nobody is coming. That's why I want to really commend the efforts of our travel and, tourism influencers, creators on YouTube, on social media, all over. The work that we do to promote the beauty of our continent, and then, of course, to appreciate the efforts that development and tourism boards of, countries, especially in East and Southern Africa, the efforts they put in marketing their countries is really remarkable. Because if you have something beautiful but you're not marketing it, then nobody knows about it, nobody is going to know about it, and nobody is going to come patronize you. So this is a beautiful, step and, goal to intensify their marketing. And he's speaking on behalf of Kenya now. We all know that Kenya is also another country that is really beautiful and rich in a lot of, tourism offerings. And now they want to even diversify more. So it's a nudge on the shoulder to other African countries to follow suit, because the more countries that enter into bilateral agreements or offer visa fee waivers to other African nationals, then the more open our borders will become, and it will facilitate more seamless travels across the continent, promote local tourism, promote interregional tourism, and travels. That way we are assured that AfTA is definitely going to be a success, because hey, what is AfTA if there is no free movement for citizens of African nations? Thank you, Rwanda. And I remember in the previous video that I talked about Ghana and South Africa's bilateral agreement, some people dropped comments that, oh, Kenya has also done similar things. They entered into a bilateral agreement, I think with South Africa and with DRC and all. I think the last I checked was that DRC actually is now a member of the East African community. So citizens of East African countries can also travel in and out of the DRC. And also, let's see borderless Africa. I know some people also dropped comments in the comment section in that video saying, oh, it is not possible, borderless Africa might not really happen and all of that. I understand all the concerns, but I know that if countries implement visa fee waivers, it does not automatically mean resident permit or leave to stay indefinitely. No. Even as you enter into a country, even though, for example, when I visited Rwanda, it was visa free for me, but they stamped my passport in and they had my information and everything. They knew just how long I'm supposed to stay. So if I was going to overstay my welcome, they would definitely fish me out, right? So countries have immigration systems that, if they're effectively managed, they should be able to, keep track of people who come in and out of their countries and when people are supposed to leave, and to be able to identify when people overstay their welcome. So that should not be an impediment to making Africa borderless for Africans. More countries should borrow a leaf from Rwanda, from South Africa, from Kenya, from Ghana, and do the same. And when I talk about this, I know my country, Nigeria, also needs to do more in terms of promoting tourism, even local tourism, not to talk of international tourism, okay? Because we have a lot to offer as a country. Nigeria is remarkably beautiful. A lot of natural sites and attractions that people would want to come explore and enjoy. Not to talk about our vibrant, diverse cultures, food, warm and hospitable people, entertainment, sports, music, name it. Nigeria is so remarkably blessed with so much to offer in terms of tourism. So let's put in the efforts to promote tourism. What do you think, guys? For me, I feel like this is the step in the right direction, and I'm really happy. News like this from across the continent get me really excited because, yeah, we are finally waking up and trying to get it right. What do you guys think? Drop a comment. I'd like to know. And will you be planning a trip to Rwanda anytime soon? And in case you didn't know before now you know that Rwanda has always been visa-free to citizens of Commonwealth nations and citizens of East African Community and a few other countries that have bilateral agreements with Rwanda. So now you have no excuse. Plan, okay? December is around the corner. Go visit Rwanda and spend your holiday there. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. If you've not subscribed, kindly click on that subscribe button. When you do, tap on the bell and select all. That way you'll always be the first to know when I post a new video or I do a live stream. And for those of you who return, thank you, my vet loves, for coming back. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, healthy, and below abiding. Virtue Grace, the African storyteller. Bye. Mwah.